Hey guys, so I have another Alphapets book here. This one is from the letter D. It's called Delilah's Delightful Dream. So inside the front cover, fourth one, D, Delilah the Demanding Duck. So let's see what Delilah's story is all about. Here we go. Delilah the Demanding Duck was president of the Town Improvement Council. Every day she walked up and down the streets looking for ways to make Alphabet Corners a more beautiful place. One morning, as Delilah was making her daily inspection tour, she saw a vacant lot with piles and piles of junk. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, cried Delilah. Just look at that dump. See, here's the dump with all the stuff in it. And there's a sign that says no dumping. People dumped all of their junk in there anyway. As Delilah went to inspect the lot, she tripped and fell. Plop! Her pencils and pads went flying, and a lampshade landed right on her head. Delilah got up, ran to a house across the street, and knocked on the door. Sylvester the stubborn squirrel opened it. Hey, Sylvester, demanded Delilah, get rid of all that disgusting junk across the street. It looks disgraceful. You have to do something. It's not my mess. I don't have to do anything if I don't want to, said Sylvester. Delilah went next door. Justin the joking jackal and Tina the truthful tiger were just doing the dishes. Look at that mess across the street, Delilah shouted. You should be cleaning that mess instead of these dirty dishes. Well, well, aren't you the bossy one, answered Justin. By the way, that hat fits you just right. You look better in the shade. Ha ha ha. The truth is, you really are too bossy, said Tina. Delilah stomped from door to door, shouting, Look at this dump! It's a nightmare! Get your brooms and hoses and clean up this mess. But none of the Alphapets paid any attention to Delilah. No way! Cried Nellie the naughty newt. Clean up this mess! Clean up this mess! No way, no way! Repeated Monty the mimicking mouse. Just then, Wendy the wise woodchuck came riding by on her bicycle. Hello, Delilah, said Wendy. That's an interesting hat you're wearing. Reminds me of a lamp I once had. What's wrong with everybody? Asked Delilah, taking the lampshade off her head. Why won't they do what I tell them? Maybe it's the way you tell them, said Wendy. Remember, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Delilah went back across the street and picked up her notepads. Then she sat down and she thought about what Wendy said. Maybe Wendy's right, she said to herself. I'll try my very best to ask them nicely. I'll do anything to clean up that dump. Soon afterwards, Vinny the vocal vulture came over to see what was happening. Delilah smiled her very best smile. She said, Vinny, dear, would you help me clean up this dirty, dirty dump? Think how beautiful our town would be if everything were neat and clean. Well, 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 said Vinny, stepping up on a crate. It would be an honor and a pleasure to help you out, Miss Delilah, and a great opportunity. Yes, a great opportunity indeed. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000, no, 1,000,000 times. That's right, 1,000,000 times. This vacant lot should be cleaned up, and it should be cleaned up by the best and the brightest citizens of Alphabet Corners. Gather round, everybody, I say gather round. Are you all with me? Yes, yes, the Alphabet shouted. Let's start right now, cried Ivy the impatient iguana. I'll get my dump truck, said Rupert the resourceful rhinoceros. So everybody rolled up their sleeves and got busy. Tina and Justin collected all the bottles and cans. Ivy helped Rupert load his dump truck. Sylvester and Vinny fixed the fence. Nellie swept the litter, and Monty raked the leaves. The Alphapets worked so hard that drops of perspiration began to trickle down their cheeks. Do you know what perspiration is? That's sweat. They worked so hard they were sweating. Hurry up, hurry up. There's still a lot to be done, shouted Delilah. You're not working fast enough. When they heard Delilah's demands, the Alphapets stopped working. Rupert stopped his truck. Sylvester and Vinny put down their hammers. Nellie dropped her broom, and Monty dropped his rake. "Hey, Delilah, don't be such a bossy flossy," said Nellie. "We're doing the best we can." "Oh, I guess I forgot," said Delilah. "I'm sorry, you're all doing a great job." The mailman just dropped off the mail. Hope's barking at him. Soon the lot was all neat and clean. Delilah looked around and said, "This looks great. Wouldn't it be dreamy if we had a little park or playground here?" Said Rupert. "I have an idea. Delilah, suppose you go home and don't come back until we call you." "Hopo, it was just the mailman." She thinks she got mail. She gets all excited. As soon as Delilah left, the Alphapets huddled around Rupert and he told them his idea. "Bzz, bzz, bzz," he whispered. "Bzz, bzz, bzz." "Hooray!" everyone shouted. "This will be fun." So everyone had a new job to do. Vinny made a tire swing. Helpo! Hello. No. Vinny made a tire swing and hung it from a tree. Tina nailed a plank to a broken barrel to make a seesaw. Nellie and Justin tied an old basket to the fence post while Sylvester and Monty arranged the planks on the ground. Rupert stacked some bricks and laid a door across them to make a table, and Ivy planted daisies, dahlias, and delphiniums. Like magic, the empty lot became a beautiful playground. Tina ran home to get her radio and called Delilah. Soon Delilah returned, carrying a tray with a big white doily spread on it. It was piled high with dozens of double-dipped donuts and glasses of delicious cold drinks. Delilah looked around the park and said, "Oh my goodness, this is the dreamiest park in the whole wide world." "Now, don't anyone dare make a move," she demanded. "I insist that you all sit down while I serve these delicious delicacies." Vinny stood up and raised his glass. "Well, I declare," he said, with a broad smile. "Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, I must say, I insist on saying, yes, I insist on saying, that this is the most delightful demand Delilah has ever delivered. Delilah has inspired us all to turn a nasty nightmare into a delectable dream. I hereby propose that we dedicate this playground to Delilah the Duck and name this park Delilah's Dream." The sign down here says Delilah's Dream. All the Alphapets clapped and cheered. Then Tina turned on the music and everyone danced and danced. While she was dancing, Delilah saw Wendy standing at the entrance of the park. Delilah ran over to her. "Don't stand there. You have to come dance, Wendy," Delilah demanded. Then she remembered and smiled. That is, please come in and dance." "That's a honey of an idea," said Wendy. "A delightful idea," agreed Delilah. Here are our D words from our book. So we have dishes and doll, doily, donut, dartboard, dog, door, and daisy. And we have Delilah, the duck. And that's the end of Delilah's story.